Yes. I'm just trying out some new tricks. I am on a troll roll this evening. What's up, y'all? Yeah, I am on a troll roll. I'll just say it like that. I was saying earlier, come and knock on my door. And I took y'all to this place here. And now I wanted to just say a couple of things in regards to uh, a lady that we all know, a YouTube troll that we all know. And I know this isn't, I know this isn't like funny, ha ha, but it is funny, ha ha, right? All right, so where we gonna start? Where we gonna start? Where we gonna start? How are we supposed to do this? What's up, y'all? What's up, Patricia Blair? What's up, Nick? Mountain Goat Productions. Much love, much respect. Y'all hit the like button. I'm not gonna be on here long. I just wanted to just clown a little bit, you know. I'm what they call in poking the bear right now. I'm just poking the bear, no Diddy, right? So, yeah, man, there's a content creator on here who I kind of got a better understanding of why this content creator does what they do now. And I just said, oh, I really just felt bad. I was like, oh, I like when you know, you, okay, I don't want to say it like mean, but it's almost like when you see a kid, trying hard and hard and hard, trying so hard, just trying, just trying, and then they finally, make it, or like maybe it's the overweight kid, and they couldn't, hit the mile because back in the day in junior high, especially, you had to run a mile. They made like a test, California test. You just had to run a mile, and the athletic kids would be there. Boom, they knock it out. They do it in 4 minutes, 5 minutes, or something. Maybe I think I after a while I just was like whatever, everybody 5 6 minutes or whatever. But then uh there's I hate to say it, but it's the fat kid who you're just like, we're gonna be here forever. It take them 30 minutes to hit that mile. And then when they do it, it's like, oh, when they feel, oh, you just kind of feel bad for them. So I kind of feel bad for this person, and I'm about to be wronger than two left shoes. But if 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 loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. All right. So where can I start? Oh, let's start with your mama. Oh, your mama. Call her Barbara Ann. I think that was her name was Barbara Ann. Barbara Ann, aka God's Hot. Yeah, Barbara Ann. A little empathy does go a long way, but I'm about to clown. I'm about to clown, right? Barbara Ann, God's Hot. All right. And your daddy is Rodney Earl. Rodney Earl. That's you a old ninja when your name is like Rodney Earl. Rodney Earl. I mean, my name is Odell, and it's like that's an old. My grandma gave me that name though. She was born in the 1919s, and she was born down south. So you got to understand that Odell is like an old ass name. But when you Rodney Earl, oh my God, you got to be like 80, 90 years old, right? But that's not the case. This content creator mama was only like 50 years old, and she recently passed away. So I kind of understand why this person is in the mindset that they're in, as far as like what it is that they do. You know, a little disturbed, little bit of a. They maybe they have some impulse controls. They have some issues that they got to deal with, just in general. I'll go back though with um, old Barbara. You know, lawsuits that go all the way back to April of 1997, where she sued the Clinic for Women, and it got thrown out. And then, 5 years later, she actually had a DV, restraining order, against old Rodney Earl. And I think that was like the start of the breakup of her family. And this content creator had to been about maybe what, how old? 12 years old then? I think there might have been even a case of some actual actual situation, but I can't really specify or go there. Then old Barbara had an issue where I guess she was terminated wrongfully at Alta Hospitals, and I think that was the last. That was the last of that when that happened in April. I mean, in May of 2016. But then her mama fell ill. Her mama ended up getting sick and uh, passing away of cancer. And when you don't really get enough time to really spend with your mama like that, I could understand why this person is like psychotic. So that's why I'm like, oh, I feel bad for you. I do have this person's mama's obituary, but I'm not gonna share that. Um, yeah, Miss Old Barbara, old Miss God's heart. This is just sad. It's sad, and it's like this is another thing that's kind of weird. Like a woman, I know Southerners. I know how Southerners are, but a woman that has a name of Junior, right? Like if you have Junior, like Barbara Junior, right? Barbara Jean Junior. Like it's a content creator. I think she went by something Junior as well, and I found that weird. I was like, what kind of woman? Yeah, scamming the system. You know how scammers are. Scamming the system is a beast, man. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But I was just saying about a woman with a junior in the name. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I'm not gonna go too hard because I don't want to be too disrespectful either. But obviously, y'all know who I'm talking about. Demi Urge Robertson. I think that's the name she go by. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm just doing some old uh, trolling, just some late night troll, just a troll session because she obviously knows I know her family. That's what when y'all were like saw me earlier. I was pulling up to like family functions and I was just getting information in general, just getting like pertinent information that I need because um, I feel I need to take this to the next step, the next level. But I'm doing all this in all honesty to just kind of like piss someone off because uh, they kind of deserve it. And when you poke the bear, y'all know what you do. When you poke a bear, what are you doing when you're poking a bear? What you know what you're doing, right? So I just kind of want to see how all this will play out with the information that I'm putting out there. But I did pull up to the family, and I was saying that this person had some issues back in the day. They were living at a Section 8 building in LA, La Posada. You're living in a Section 8 building, and I'm sure you have so much vitriol for people who are on Section 8. I think you talk about one of these content creators who do the Section 8 thing, and you shame them for it. But less than 10 years ago, you were living in one. I'm not going to put the address out there, but you were living in one. And now you have, just because you rose and you got a little tiny little condo, a little unit, you see, a little unit that you live in, and you want to shame everybody now. Oh, well, you got Section 8, you this and that. We know you worked. Okay, so if you lived at the La Posada, and at the time you were working at um, LA community colleges, because the funny thing is, I used to work for LA community colleges when I was in college, right? So if you were living there and you were working for LA community college, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say you either worked at LA Trade Tech or you worked at what is it? LA community LA. What's the one over there off of Vermont? Is it Vermont? It's Trade Tech and it's LA. Oh man, hold on. Now you got me gonna do my research. But my thing is, where is it at? LA Community College. It's LA Community College off of Vermont, right? Ain't it Vermont? No, we don't want that. Because, it's off Vermont. Oh, LA City College. That's what it is. LA City College. So you likely either worked at LA City College for them years that you were working as a child development assistant, or you worked at LA Trade Tech. I don't know. I'm going to figure all that out. Who's that on the screen? That's this content creator's dead mama. I know that's kind of fucked up though, but that's the content creator I'm referring to. That's her dead mama and her auntie. Yeah, we about to really get a little vicious. But I'm doing all this to get up under someone's skin. That's pretty much why I'm doing this. I want to see how far we're gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I sound a little unhinged, or I sound a little bit off right now, but that's just because I'm kind of channeling my you know, that inner warrior where it's like, I pull the sword out and I just let them have it. I know the trolls they came in earlier and we got them out of the way, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna come back and see like, well, why are you talking about her now? And you got, dang, you said you thought it was two men. Have you ever in your long-legged life had a bald-headed bitch for your bald-headed wife? You cold, Young Jay. Well, you can say it's two men and a child molester behind them, because her uncle's the child molester. Look, I know people are like, "Oh, you don't know who this person is," and there's content creators out there. If you found out who she is, you ain't gonna never find out who she. Man, I've been knew who this person is. I'm just wrapping up what it is that I need to wrap up on my end legally, so I could smack this person with a lawsuit, and I'm just gonna hit them where at least expected. But I'm definitely talking about they bald head dead mama, and not in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying your bald head dead mama. I covered up the face of your mama, but that does look like your mama though. That Roger from Family American Dad looks like your mama. It's not unhinged. You're right. It ain't unhinged. Yeah, there's a lot of like family secrets that I know personally that I'm just like, ooh, do we really want to go there? Because I told her, I said, you want to keep poking the bear, because I think she did say something about me today, and I got to run back and listen to the content, because someone, I got spies that tell me stuff too, and they were like, oh yeah, yeah, she's talked about you. I said, oh okay, let me run it back, let me find out what she said. But I said, if you talk about me again, I'm gonna run down on your mama. And this is just part one. I'm not even finna really go too deep about your mama, but that's a damn shame. I mean, you couldn't even do nothing for your mama when she was, on her way up out of here. And I like I said, I literally I do have empathy for you because you know that's just unfortunate, very unfortunate. But all of the, and I said that in the pod earlier, all of the things that these individuals have been doing online, they are going to have to answer to them. They're going to have to answer to them. They sound like Andre. What's up, Golden Aries? Yeah, man. You say it sounds like Andre. No, I'm not only gonna be on here for long. I'm just really kind of like, let me poke this bear a little bit because she did mention me today, and I asked her. I said, keep on. Yeah, troll Trucker. I like tacos too. I said, keep on mentioning my name, and you're gonna see the fangs. All right. So here's your mama. Here's your bald headed mama. Your bald head, cancer ridden, riddled bodied mama. Man, that's so sad. But I understand why you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I do understand why you do what you do, but it's not excusable. Just like when you got enemies, because I was looking at this whole thing with this Rock Nation CEO, and I'm tying it all in or whatever. Two giraffes walking to a bar. Yo, so when you have a situation like the CEO of Rockefeller or Rock Nation, not Rockefeller, Rock Nation, and they stalk their family, like because they don't want this person to be involved with a black man. Man, ain't that diabolical? That's very, very just, man, that's a cold situation where you use all of your resources, all of your power, all of your connections, all of your money to go after one individual. And that one individual is your daughter. That's crazy. That's real crazy. And then imagine what they do to non-family members if they did that to their daughter. Y'all really got to peep what was being disseminated within that lawsuit against the CEO of Rock Nation. This is very scary too. And I'm saying all that because I'm about to tie in a whole little investigation my damn self with these YouTube games that these people play. So yeah, like that's why I'm poking the bear. I want you to continue to say my name and say something else about me because I'm gonna continuously clown you. And next on the Summer Jam screen may be your uncle who's a registered offender. I'll just say that. And your mama who throw out frivolous lawsuits and do things like I see why you are the way you are, man. But no, imagine anybody that's been messed with by these YouTubers, because the thing is the takedown act or the take it down act, that's one thing, and it has its parameters and it's here to protect who it is to protect, but we really gotta Uh, you said you thought it was two men. All you seen was two men. Oh my God. Nah, it's that's a lady with some BDBs. She got BDBs. I ain't seen BDBs in a minute. Back in the day before, them weaves, you used to see them B2Bs. She's just probably rocking them B2Bs. But yeah, the thing that's going on YouTube, man, the stalking that goes on, the trolling that goes on YouTube is crazy. Yeah, people have been trolled to death. Her mama probably was like, you know what, my daughter ain't. I'm out of here. God, come take me. I didn't do a good job at raising this wayward ass whore. Come take me. Uh, 10, 14, 22. I'm up out of here. And yeah, you. I mean, you got two sisters as well. I know Britt and Chels. I'll just say their names like that. And you know, I know that's what I'm saying. No disrespect to the mama because but yeah, man, keep on saying my name, and you got that little boy to look after, and if you die, then your child gonna be a bastard. Just remember that. Keep on saying my name. You know what I'm saying? He said that side eye even looks like her. You want to buy any jarred farts? Sure. How much are you selling them for? This guy is over here selling jarred farts. Man, this is just a troll. I love this troll video. This is funny. Yeah, I'm buying jarred farts. How much are they? Jeez, that's a compliment. Tracy Chapman. Now that's not her, y'all. That's not Demiurge. Just know that that's not Demiurge. That is not Demiurge. She's in this picture if I expand out, but that's not the Demiurge. Yeah, just keep saying my name. That's all I really gotta say. Keep saying my name because I'm gonna go holler at your uncle, and and like I said, y'all gotta understand why I do what I do. $5 a quart, 15 for the gallon. Oh man, that's a deal. Do you take PayPal? You send via or is it on Amazon? Goofy. Yes, the reason why I went to New Orleans too. I had to talk to some important people because I think people a fart hustler. Cat, you are funny. He's hustling farts. He's knocking on your door. He's a fart knocker. Um, yo, yes, the reason why I went to Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta, New Orleans, uh, because there was rumors that this person that was this Dani Robertson was based in Atlanta. I mean, in New Orleans. Why I keep saying Atlanta? Because I think that person was in Atlanta as well. But that's not the case. That she's not. That's not the same. That's not the person. That is not the person. Yeah, these YouTubers do too much, and yeah, this is just the case that is going on against the CEO of this Rock Nation situation. This is just this is the sign of the time. This is the zeitgeist of what's really going to happen because YouTube is going to have to answer to a lot of the stalking and the cyber criminal activity that they've allowed on there. The theft of IPs. The expo ex you say Gene didn't pop Donna T. Yeah, I know. Well, I might have to just holler at Gene to just really get the story, but I don't really want to entertain the salaciousness. But I am going to holler at him just in regards to how YouTube does what they do in regards to like pushing out fake information. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. Hey, my peace, peace, peace. Um, who is Young Jay? Josh better shut up. Nobody playing around with that bot no more. Josh Ray. Yeah, his name is Donna T. And yeah, for y'all, we'll call her Demiurge. Yeah, that's funny. All right, yo. So I'm just poking the bear, y'all. Like, don't take me serious right now. This, of course, this isn't my typical content, but I know this is gonna get around. And Demiurge knows this photo. Demiurge knows who's in this photo. Demiurge knows her perverted ass uncle is behind the BDBs. That's at her mama's 50th last birthday, the 50th anniversary of 50th birthday. That was her mama's last birthday. And like I said, keep mentioning my name. I just want you to keep mentioning my name because it's just going to get progressively worse. And I got time today. I got time. See, I do this and I'm not doxing anyone. I'm just clowning, but I'm not doxing anyone. I'm not putting anyone's life in danger. I'm not putting anyone's life at risk. But you and your cohorts tried to have the sheriff's department and police department come to a place where I work and have me unalive. Then you put my child's name out there. Then you got all other information out there. And then you got just stuff about me out there that's just wrong. You know you're wrong. Danny Urge. Danny Dammy Urge. Yeah. So you're going to have to pay. And then, I'm going to make you pay financially because, it's a lot of stress that's just been embarked on, put on me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's other people that are on the registry, the registered offenders list. I was looking into old Rodney Earl. Was Rodney Earl on the list? Rodney Earl is Demiurge's dad. Now Demiurge doesn't. And Rodney Earl died a long time ago, passed away a long time ago. Rest in piss for bringing this piece of ish into the world. But yeah, Demiurge, I'll just start laying out your whole family bloodline history, and it's worse than the other Danny. You know how to cloak yourself very well on these internet streets, but you can't hide. I'll just say it like that. You cannot hide, you billing specialists. You cannot hide, especially with that forehead, because you got your mama's forehead. And your mama got a 5 head. And she gave you a little bit of a 5 head. I'm still looking at the connection to the Monique person, but that's a whole nother conversation. Because I'm going to tie y'all all in. Like, start shaking in your boots or lace your boots, either one. Shaking them or lacing them. Because if you're going to shaking them, just shaking them. But if you're going to lace them, that means you about to run. So I definitely don't see you continuing to be on YouTube because you're gonna just get rid of all your content. You're gonna think you're gonna be able to run from this situation, and you're gonna pass it off to Moloch and think Moloch is gonna be the one that will, just do what you need to do. Yeah, 888. That's a appreciate cat. I'm saying, cat. 888 is lucky in Asian, right? That's an Asian thing where 888, they love the number 8 in Eastern society, right? So yeah, I appreciate that. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing too. I'm just trying to just get my numbers up or whatever. Yeah, 888. You know what it is. Cat knows what it is. I think Cat Filipino or something, right? Ain't you Filipino? Shout out to all our people. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. You got my boots on the ground. She got the boots on the ground. Yeah, like don't be surprised if one day Alive is being conducted and then you just get the knock at the Dizzo. You know, I'm starting to sound like Marquisio, huh? Yeah, the Jidag. The Jidag is the over there off of Lamert Park, and the Jidag is yeah. Damn, I fucked my voice up trying to sound like that bum Squidward looking ass bum. I don't spend too much time on this already, but yeah, Demi Urge, keep saying my name. I dare you to say it again. I dare you to say it again. That's all I gotta say. Say it again. I put her out there. I said you're not using my images. I know you're not that dumb, but I dare you to use my image in any of your thumbnails. We still have some unresolved issues. You always talk about you have receipts, but you know damn well that the Quinn Emanuel email was from me, and you took it off of my channel and tried to pass it off as yours. But I'm so slick, I got watermarks all through that, and I was able to strike you for it, and you ran from that. You still got that up. I got so many strikes against you. Your channel should be gone, but we know you're protected. And like I said, I know you work for a communications company. So yeah, um, your days are numbered. Like I said, lace your boots. Either you're running or you're gonna shake in your boots. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. I'm out of here like last year, but yeah, Barbara Ann, God's heart, come get your daughter. Rodney Earl, come get your girl. You see, I'm a poet, and I ain't even know it.